Hey guys, it's ViewMasters Reactions, and we're back with Vox O'Clock's portion of episode 13 from Enhanced for Critters Campaign 1 Critical Role. Did I just repeat myself? It's called Escape from the Underdark. We had over an hour Patreon. We're going to do a 25-minute Vox O'Clock. That'll leave us 45 minutes exactly for the live stream this coming Friday. By the time you see this, the Friday that is coming up, which is in like 3 days from this, we got 45 minutes. The intention here is we're going to jump into episode 14, which will give us another 45 minutes, getting an hour and a half like usual. And then if we hit the 50 likes, we'll do an extra 30 minutes. That being said, if we do it that way and hit the extra 50 likes and the bonus time, I'll be able to do the Patreon hour and the Vox O'Clock that week to end episode 14. So we will actually be doing 2 episodes in 1 week, therefore catching up on the missed week, depending on whether you want to call it the Friday I went to Little Shop of Horrors or Easter, because we're skipping Easter, but we also did a extra 30 minutes to kind of make up for that. We're basically going to do a ton of bonus time to make up for that hour and a half we missed from that Friday, whatever one you want to call it. But that being said, we are currently going in on the Elder Brain. More beasties are coming in, or whatever you want, villains are coming in, because they're not really beasties. We got illithids, we've got a troll, we have what I think are ogres at one of the doors that haven't yet broken through yet, but we were going in on the Elder Brain while also fleeing to the rooftops, because Matt said there is upwards of 100 mind flayers coming up into the temple. We don't have a whole lot of time. Our theory is that if we take out the Elder Brain, it will break the connection, which is true. My fear is that we break the connection and they still could possibly want to kill or attack us. I mean, they're brain-eating creatures. Maybe they'll come out super pissed off and aggressive and still want us dead. I don't know. But the last thing we saw was Scanlan dropped the entire structure on the brain, 16 damage. After that, Matt did say, looking pretty bad. Vex then went in, shot a bunch of arrows, ripped it up a little, took a little, or created some damage for the other people as well, because she formed a cone that did multiple damage to multiple enemies. But at that point, we took a break. I don't even know whose turn it is. I think Marisha. Let's just jump in. You want to see more of what I do? In the description is the link for Patreon, where you'll see every episode of Campaign 1 and 2's Patreon hour in full, unedited. You want your own requested short movie? Go to the description, ask me to watch whatever you want at a certain tier level, and I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives, like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest. Just finished up with Eureka and Cobra Kai's final season. Severance and Yellow Jackets' new seasons are done. We're doing The Last of Us Season 2 every Sunday. It drops new episodes. We also just finished Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, Leverage, Warehouse 13, Sherlock just started, thousands of others, movies and shows, full unedited. Check it out. If not, Campaign 1, Episode 13, Enhanced for Critters.
The rest of my burrow speed to get up to the top.
Rest of my burrow speed.
Him there.
We have a burrow,
top of the temple, yeah.
a little
Okay.
burrow.
Drop Earth Elemental.
All right. Keyleth is in the field.
Would you say?
What'd you say?
Nothing good ever comes out of this. What do you got, Keyleth? What are you doing?
Let's haggle.
Theoretically.
Our brains are made up of water, right? Would you say
I
that
like where this
there's
is going.
Is she going like water elemental or something?
That is not
in
theoretical.
the like Jello brain mold, the like water?
I would imagine yes.
Make an Arcana check.
Is Keyleth gonna say she controls water and therefore controls the liquid that the brain is sitting in? I like where it's going. I would think water would be part of it. Never mind.
You've never encountered a
What's the
elder
worst
brain
that can
before.
happen?
What's the word? Do it. Try it. Try it. I don't know if she's gonna control. Yeah, control
I'm gonna
water. There you go.
cast Control water.
That's what I assumed she was gonna do. I like
I
it.
assume that there's water. It's 300 feet.
I think that's a good assumption.
And I'm gonna take.
I
the
would
brain
assume
where it's
there's
already
gotta be
kind
some kind of
sliced
water
down the middle
in that
where,
stuff.
Where Vex has already made progress. I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna rip it apart.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a d20 and add your.
I
wisdom
like what
modifier to it.
she's thinking.
Okay.
That's honestly
Like you're
very
saying
clever,
brains are
in
made
my
of
opinion.
Ooh.
Whoa!
23.
Okay. There is an element of liquid to its structure. However, it is difficult.
That's what I was
to
thinking.
Extract it from a form that you're unfamiliar with.
Like
let
how
alone
in
system.
X-Men,
you manage to
we
find
have
a way
metal in our
to
bodies.
pull moisture out of
And
parts
Magneto
of it and actually
rips
deal damage to
the
it.
iron out of the guy's body.
Beginning to shrivel sections of the
I always
brain.
remembered that.
Go
Very
ahead,
scientific.
86.
But that was also
Dehydrated.
planned ahead, where they gave him a heavy iron diet beforehand,
Yeah.
so it was more iron in his body to
They'll have a
rip
really bad
out.
hangover tomorrow.
And he was able to kill the man
you
and
don't
escape, and use the iron to then break out of his glass
Just
prison.
3d6 or plus anything?
36.
So 15.
Genius. I thought that was
15,
genius
15
in
points of
X-Men.
dehydration damage. to
So
the elder brain.
I
You
feel
can
like
see now
that's
the
where we were
portion of
kind
the
of
wound
going
that's
with that.
been open, the corners of it kind of shriveled in and tucked in, and the actual purple glow from the inside dulls slightly.
It's pruning.
It's pruning.
And you now have, currently in the air, a small kind of amorphous globule of brain fluid that's just kind of floating there in the air.
Gross.
Look at Keelan. I love it.
Scanlan, smell it.
No,
Smell it.
thank you.
Tiberius, you're up.
I would imagine it wouldn't smell great.
I'm gonna.
I'm pretty sure the elder brain
you said
does
it's
not
looking
believe
on
in
the sides?
hygiene.
They're like
I mean,
swarming
it
up
is
the side. They're probably
being
about halfway up.
kept in a liquid,
Okay.
but I mean, how often is that
General
liquid
Duke,
changed?
I suggest we go to the
I would
beach
imagine it's got
immediately.
some
There we can shore up defenses and I can
horrible
cast a
smell.
spell and get us out of here.
Agreed.
As I say that, I go and throw a fireball right at that
Okay.
fucker's head.
fireball.
To bring the carpet, to
Fireball.
take control of the carpet from Percy and move it up higher?
No, I'm up top. I have fly myself.
Oh, that's right.
I'm hovering.
I'm sorry. Yeah, all
What
right,
I'm
so
doing, I just let a fireball down in the brain.
into the brain. All right. That's all right, so that's enough to get both of these
Yes!
guys.
Shriveled test.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah, for Twisties.
And
Yeah.
they both failed their save. So full damage.
Crush the nuts.
Crush the nuts. There are little brains running around too, in case we weren't aware or you weren't aware of this.
Yes!
Those incinerate.
Peace out. Tasty.
And 40 points of damage to the elder brain as this giant echoing explosion blasts down from below. All of you at the top, you're underlit momentarily.
40
from
points.
The
That
flash
might
of red and
come
yellow
really
flame.
close.
As you look down,
Matt
there's
was
now
saying it
a
was pretty banged
sizzling
up.
sound and this like smell of horrible burnt flesh as part of the elder brain now that was originally dehydrated is now
like
also
bacon.
burnt and singed. You can see now it's looking
Dehydrated.
Oh,
I was saying at a
and
point
it's-
the liquid
it's
should dry
very-
up the brain and weaken it.
it's very, very unhappy with its current circumstance.
Benny Hunters.
Alright.
Kill it before we leave now.
Yeah, honestly, we're very close to taking this out.
Pike.
Matt
Go
said
ahead and make a saving throw.
16 when the structure hit it. Banged it up pretty good.
Still trying to get rid
Now
of
a
that.
40 damage
Intellect saving
from a
throw.
fireball blast,
16.
and it's being
You shut off the
dehydrated
effect.
and burnt on top of it.
And thanks, Keelan.
I'm thinking we're really close. Like maybe
All right,
one or two more. Who's up?
So,
Can I do anything, or I just?
And we said this during the Patreon hour.
My
Pike
movement-
has not been able to do anything. The entire Patreon hour, Pike was stunned. And then finally, at like the
Wait, where do we go?
15-minute left mark on the Patreon
Then you
hour,
gotta hop on the
broke
carpet.
free of the stun,
Oh, okay, got it.
and then
Six
immediately got
seconds.
stunned again
Everybody
after
still fly?
Scanlan Dimension Doored
As
them.
long as I'm.
So Pike has been
sitting on
stunned
I'm still kneeling on the
99% of this entire hour and a half we've been watching.
Where I am.
there are disadvantages.
Probably before that, because she started stunned before I even started the Patreon hour. So by the time we're done,
First.
if she is still stunned,
Deflected by the
We are-
arcane shield in the brain.
Alright, so the
We
second
are
one then does
feeling
as
bad for
well,
Pike.
and the last one definitely does. So
Alright, so yeah, all three just out of as
take
it
the
gets
wheel.
more and more
Horrible.
damaged, it's waking up more and more, and it looks like it's actually gaining power the longer
I
it's
take some, and then Percy yelled in my ear, so I take some of the little carpet tassels.
Okay. So as your movement, you manage to move the carpet all the way up. It swoops up into the center of
Grab the nose.
this right here. You guys are all looking precariously at this carpet that is now floating up from the center of the temple. As you get to the top, you look over and you
I
can
love
see
our
there's probably close to
structure.
20 mind flayers that are swarming up the side.
Matt said
on,
20 swarming up the
That brings
sides,
us to-
but
Take out that
100 plus
brain.
at the base
Percy,
of
you're
the
up.
temple.
All right, I
So
I pull out bad
the
news.
longer we take, the more are coming,
I'm
and
going
it's
to
gonna
lie
get
down
crazy.
on my stomach, hanging off the edge of the carpet,
Hanging brain.
and I'm taking a shot straight down.
Bad
Okay,
news.
I'll say it takes you your
My movement.
to get it out. So
Yes.
you're there. You're unable to move the carpet. You pull the bad news out. You get down. You precariously off
Is
the
it gonna
side
be
of it, and it's kind of
disadvantaged?
sagging as your weight
Or is
touches
that-
it. You get ready. Go ahead and fire.
All right,
Having a
no
dead
disadvantage.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
That's 18.
Not bad. Not bad.
As you fire, the blast sends you up.
I
almost
forget,
under your feet on
18
the
though
carpet
might
again,
be a miss.
and you hear this impact sound, this of.
I
the
think
blast
Matt
hitting
said
stone
19
as the
was
second
the
field around deflects the bullet.
It
sending
was
into the
19
ground,
in the patron hour.
carving a
That 18
cra-
was
Wait.
the number,
No,
right?
it was 19.
Wait, did I have an inspiration dice from last? Fuck.
You did.
I did have an
game.
inspiration dice from last game. Oh, I did. Oh, it was what do you give people a D10? Oh, fuck, that's right.
Can you add it now?
Yeah, I'll trust you on that.
I did.
I
'cause
believe
I'm always
Tal'dorei.
excited when I get them because I never.
When
get
it's
them.
Tal'dorei,
Okay,
yeah,
yeah.
honestly,
All right,
I
go ahead and
truly
roll for that.
believe. I don't remember him using it.
21.
That'll do it.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember him using it,
as
so
it
I
wakes-
mean,
no, no, no,
I'll
as the
believe
brain
Tal'dorei.
continues to wake
Tal'dorei
up, it
is an honest
improves
man.
its defenses,
If it was
improves
Orion,
its
I'd question the shit out of it.
Oh, okay.
And
that one gets
and
good roll
it
damage
was
on.
19 during the patron hour. I said 17 keeps missing, and Matt says, "Oh, you're so
So
close."
as you
So I
release the
assumed it was
blast,
18,
it hits the
but then
second
somebody
field,
hit an
the first
18
impact you
or a
hear is it
19,
hitting the second
and he goes,
field
"That
and
just
pushing
did it."
through into the actual brain matter.
So I think it confused because it confused me as well. I thought 18 was the mark, but when he said the 19 just hit, we never had an 18 till then. So in my head, I'm like, does that mean
Okay, so
18
that's-
wouldn't? Or is Matt? Because you could say, "Oh, you just got it," and still be like
12,
close
3
to 18. I don't know. All I know is 18
25
doesn't
points
do
of
it.
damage.
25
The
points of
inspiration
damage.
dice was needed.
You see the section of it that's kind of charred and burned gets blown off, and now there's a corner of the brain that is just an open and gaping wound. The purplish glow on the inside is
Little
pulsing
left.
more and more angrily. It's taking a beating, but it's hanging.
Oh
in
my
there.
god!
That is 65 damage.
You guys have left. definitely left a mark on it.
65 damage.
You get
in the last
sensation
2 turns.
with the swarming incoming.
And
you
Matt was already
may
saying it
start
was
to
pretty
consider
rough.
Self-preservation. Over,
I mean, I feel like we're close, but
the
now I
brain
don't know.
looks like it's taking some hits, but it's not on death's door yet.
Oh,
Oh god.
Matt is talking very.
end of my
Go
turn.
back to the patron
Scanlan
hour.
is up?
At one
Yep.
point, Matt
We're outta
goes,
here?
"It's not even looking rough
need
yet."
everybody to count.
Then, like
Okay.
20 hit points later, he's like, "It's looking pretty bad." Now, 65
I'm gonna turn
later,
into a
he's
fucking
like,
huge
"Yeah, it's not a
pterodactyl
death
and
story
carry
yet."
some folks.
I feel like
Okay.
I'm being very
What?
confused by the description of the way this
he's got poly.
elder brain is being
Turn into a bat wing.
attacked.
Cool. So we'll say for the time.
There was a
being-
point in which it like pulsated and went back
Yes, a
online.
Scanlan.
Maybe it gained energy or
a
hit
giant
points.
pterodactyl.
It is
A
also
creature that
being
you've read in books In
dehydrated.
the past. You haven't actually seen in person. And what are you doing?
Who can I carry?
Who
You
can I carry?
Carry one person with your claws. You haven't used this form before, and this is you kind of figuring it out. So pick one, and you can take them with you.
I'll.
Pike.
I'm gonna take someone heavy.
Buck and fly.
Rock
can
can
fly.
fly. Rock can fly right now.
And Trinket's flying too.
Fly on Trinket.
And I get-
Everybody
Trinket is
has
flying
There's
right
only
now
one
with Vex
person I can
on
pick.
Trinket.
Take it back.
Go ahead. As the pterodactyl scaling swoops down in both of its claws, grab around your arms and lift you off the top of the temple. Flying after Tiberius.
How do you make that weird?
Is there a move
All right. So
My God, the
they're on
noises
its way.
coming out are
Very
insane.
top here. That brings us to Grog.
Oh, okay.
Still carrying Kima under your arm.
Grog is
Yeah.
So I'm just
ripping up the
helping out.
rope
So you
with
just
one arm,
awkwardly fly
carrying
Kima under
a
your arm.
Kima made of
Off
stone.
with the rest of the group.
Grog rage climbed. Rage climbed with a stone Kima. At one
Okay.
point, I think it was Travis said, "Screw Kima, let's leave her."
Say,
Turn to
guys,
stone.
Board here because you do have.
I'm pretty sure he was joking. Being as Kima was our
Here.
original goal to begin
You're
with.
going to attempt a mind blast.
Chlorota died in the patron hour. Chlorota mind
Holding back.
exploded,
So-
and then we crushed him with the structure after his brain exploded.
Just get Trinket and
So Chlorota
Vex,
is
if you can go ahead and make a
dead and
intelligence saving throw for
crushed
both.
after the fact.
Fuck, with Mox.
And then there was a point in which Vax
Okay.
went out of his way to
Makes you
step on Chlorota's nuts if he had
I
him.
know,
He goes,
I-
if he
I
has him,
didn't get to-
I'm running past his
I know,
body
I
and
didn't
stepping
use
on his
movement
nuts.
the last turn.
So,
I
like,
just didn't say it.
we have
I'm an
just
asshole.
totally disrespected the body of Chlorota in many ways.
What kind of stamina?
Intelligence.
He was
10?
technically
10.
a traitor.
On me.
We had to
Roll
take
for
him
Trinket.
out.
Roll the 9 plus 2 is 11.
Plus. Oh, okay. 11.
Go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll for
Oh,
Trinket.
I rolled a 9 plus 2 plus 2
For what?
for my ring that I'm wearing.
Plus 2
Okay.
plus 2
So
plus
whatever
1.
that was.
Okay.
Oh, 13.
13.
For me.
Okay.
1 plus 2
And roll,
plus 2
and
plus
roll
1.
for Trinket.
Which is
I'm
gonna be
thinking
a
of
major
Clue.
fail.
I'm
'cause
trying to remember how he
Trinket
did
is,
it.
like the dumbest.
There's
talk
no
about
gun
Trinket like
shots
that.
left.
Is he the
There's
dumbest?
no bullets left in the gun. But there was, and it hit the chandelier.
No, that's a -4.
Or, depending on the
That would
version,
be a 9.
it could have been Michael
It's a 9 for
McKeon
Trinket.
shooting Tim
both
Curry
Is, by the way,
in
Flying.
my only way to get out
the,
of here.
what is that room?
So communally, both you and
Main
Trinket
room?
freeze
I don't know what
in
you
place.
call it. I forget what he says.
And Trinket, who is flying, just kind of slumps onto the top of the temple,
Shit.
kind of limply laying across the edge, about to tip over off the temple.
Shit.
We should have left Trinket behind.
That
Can you guys grab him and put him on
that
the
ends your
carpet?
turn.
Plan on doing.
Keyleth, you're up.
Okay.
It's not easy.
I love the close-up shot.
A lot of salmon in there.
If you wanna.
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna get on the carpet.
Okay. So you leap up here with these guys.
That's not understand.
Secondly, I am going to.
I love how she's talking extra slow to buy
Okay,
herself
wait, so
time.
wait, Trinket's stunned.
Trinket is
Marisha
currently
is
catatonic,
fully
trying-
perched on top of this chair.
like barely like holding herself right there. Like she's, you can see like she's struggling with the flight spell. Like she's kind of levitating for a second, then hitting the ground. Him, sorry, it's gonna be you.
Trinket's a boy.
He's about to die. At least get his gem.
With him?
At least get his gender right when he's about to die.
Apologize, Trinket.
Which shove him? Oh, look, I can't shove like a 200.
Wait, he's floating.
Am I
Grab him
flying?
and hold him.
He's floating.
Okay, here's. Can I do this? Okay, I'm on.
We know
okay,
Trinket
here's
doesn't
what I'm
die.
doing. I'm on the carpet.
I was saying
I'm
this
gonna
during the
cast
Patreon hour too.
Grasping vine.
Liam was like, we're all gonna
From
die.
the
We're all
carpet.
re-rolling characters next
and
week.
wrap around trinkets.
But we
and
know that
have,
all
like,
these
a
characters
trinket
make it to the Briarwood arc.
vine.
And the Thordax.
Like a Mason Daybreak.
Are dragons.
So as you leap onto the carpet, you reach down, and the fibrous nature of that the carpet was really made from, you managed to pull the essence of that out to create a vine of similarly patterned color
Oh,
of
it's
the
a pretty
actual,
vine.
of the
Oh, I
actual
like it.
A pretty
magic carpet
vine.
material.
I
Like
would
the
if
ver-
I was at all.
the various silks form into this tendril that wraps around both you and Trinket and pulls you guys hanging behind the carpet. So you guys are essentially now towed to the carpet.
Let's go!
Can she take control of the
Can I,
carpet too?
can I
I
now
like it.
use the rest of my movement to be like,
You currently do not have control of the carpet because you used your action and everything to use that spell and
Okay,
you're
I'm just
concentrating at that
holding
point.
them.
You're just holding them there.
Okay, it's good.
That brings us to Tiberius. You're flying off. Pike.
He's
on-
already-
Tiberius, there we go. Tiberius is done already.
I'm steering us the fuck out of here, man.
Alright,
Dun-dun-dun.
we are not
You towed
taking out
Trinket
the brain.
and Vex out behind you guys. As you guys pull off at the full speed, the rest of the illithids swarm to the top. You can see about 15 or so get to the front top area, look down at the elder brain, look up at the rest of you with this angry look. And as,
I
as you're-
hate
as
that
you're
we were
pulling
so
away,
close.
Your eyes adjust to the
didn't get
darkness
it.
of the cavern, and you look down and you swear you can see hundreds and hundreds of sets of purple glowing eyes just staring up from the city as you all slowly fly away. To the
I
far
mean,
end
we
of the
had
cavern.
to. It's like live
As
to fight
you're
another
moving.
day kind of thing.
So are the eyes.
We've made some enemies.
So are the eyes. Yeah, they're coming.
after
We
us.
were so
I wanna make a
close.
note, 'cause
I bet
I'm
you,
way ahead of
like-
everybody at this point.
Yes.
As soon as I land on the beach, I cast Circle of Teleportation.
Okay. So you
Barring that, there's nobody there. But I do that immediately.
All right, so a few minutes go by. You guys are moving past
Thanks
and
for
over
the
water channel that's between the north side of the
over-exaggerated
island
excitement.
and the beach where you guys previously set.
Orion is freaking out. I love it.
As
Oh my
Tiberius,
god,
you
the
land
sounds
on the
that Sam is
dirt.
making is glorious.
Um,
I'm just
you
so
land,
mad we were so close. I bet you
after
25 points or
teleportation,
less
you
would have
can
took out
spawn
the Elder
circle on
Brain.
ground, running
But
your
like, what do
finger
we do?
across
We
the
keep
gravel
like
surface
circling
to build the
at the
runes. As
risk
your
of
fingers
all
drag
being
across, you can see
taken
the arcane light beginning
by
to glow and
hundreds
form.
of
The
illithid.
sigils,
He
and
said
the runes,
20
you're
had
drawing them
scaled the top.
feverishly. The rest
We
of them
were
eventually
way
catches up
outnumbered.
to you about 30 seconds into it. As you all eventually get back, you and Trinket manage to shrug off the effect, and you find yourself halfway through, like being pulled and tugged by this vine awkwardly.
It's happening right now.
stupid wrench.
A few seconds pass. You finish the incantation. You place your hand down in the center of the sigil.
Someone just
This
got
wave of arcane
knocked
energy
over,
blasts off,
flew
and suddenly
somewhere.
above this circle, this tearing sound pulls out of the middle of the ether, and this kind of purple shimmering doorway opens up above the circle sigil that he had crafted on the side of the beach.
By the blessings of Bahamut, I choose Iman.
At which point the doorway that he just created
takes some sort of a solid form, and from what you can see on the other side, there's appears to be some sort of low-lit room.
I run right through.
Gray Skull.
Tires runs through. Everyone else?
Yeah!
You guys have all landed on the beach as you finish casting this. Yeah.
All right,
You all
we're all
rush through the
going
portal right
through.
for the towards the very end is Grog. You bring it up the rear, holding Kima. You go rushing towards it as it begins to slowly close. It only lasts a round. You barrel through just in time as it closes behind you with a sparking sound.
We are time bandits.
I mean, we got away. I just caked my pants.
I just kicked my pants.
I just caked my pants.
Squish, squish.
I mean, we got away. I assumed we would. I just hate how close we were. I feel like one more, like,
You all emerge.
if Vax didn't miss all his daggers, the last
small
Vax
20
went
by
at
20
it,
foot
3
white
daggers.
stone chamber.
I feel
You
like
all
even
are
if
kinda
we got
crammed
2
into
out of
space
3,
currently,
we
but
would
you're all
have possibly taken out.
apparently safe and sound.
The Elder
As
Brain.
the doorway closes behind you, you turn and look, and on the ground there's a similar circle across the stone flooring. Different patterns, different arrangement to the one that he had drawn, but with some similarities that are kind of a reminiscing glow, almost like a code to this circle fade away based on what he had drawn previously.
They won't be able to like open that back.
We are safe.
Okay.
Just a quick request. She is made of stone, holding
Yes,
Lady
I'll
Kima.
go over and cast Greater Restoration on
Hold on. Just 1 second.
Hold on.
We still have the horn to deal with.
The horn is on the carpet. It has been specifically not touched.
Yeah,
So
it's
it's
still kind of
just-
sitting there. The carpet is kind of bunched to the side now as you guys kind of flew into the portal and kind of left it there, and the horn is just kind of resting there.
I mean, I'm surprised the horn
We should get it out of.
hasn't been rocked off by the carpet or anything. It's there, though.
Sure.
I mean,
You want
sh-
to
If
teleport
your
it in
crushing
the bag?
couldn't kill it, the 1,000 pounds.
we can store
It's
it.
a vacuum.
Where are we? Where are
If it
we?
dies in there,
Didn't
then
we're in a room.
wait,
You're in a room.
wait, wait.
It's a small yellow room a small white stone room, and there is a kind of a yellowish brown stone doorway that is closed.
Installed like a
Tell her
safe.
that we have it.
There's like some very faint
castle?
white
did.
orbs that are locked into the walls
Are
that
we
give
not in our
magical.
castle? Are we not in Grayskull?
You're not in the Gray Skull Keep. No.
Oh, we're not in Grayskull.
No, you guys don't have a teleportation circle installed in your keep yet.
Oh, we got it.
Right.
We got
You don't know where you are.
We gotta go home.
So
We're in a room right now?
You're in a room. You're in a 20 foot by
We're
20
in a
foot
room. We don't know
with
where
two
we
small
are.
white orbs on the sides that are kind of set into the walls to give off a faint white arcane glow. There's a single doorway that exits the room that is currently closed.
The way Circle of Teleportation works is when I learned it, I get to pick 2 locations that I know just innately.
Oh,
I picked Iman as one of them.
Okay.
So I
Okay.
don't know.
So
He
we're
did
somewhere
say
in Amon.
Amon.
I just got to pick 2.
So
that's-
we could be in someone's living room right now?
so
Very
how-
smart. Put the horn in the bag.
Yes,
Use
so
your-
we don't.
I'll use telekinesis to lift the horn off the carpet.
Okay, you still have the.
Yeah, I
Spell
can
skills.
burn one from my ion stone.
Should we wrap it or at all? Or?
Be fine in the bag of holding.
Take out the dragon stuff. Just
Yeah, actually, should we
So
wrap it
not,
so when we
not
pull
knowing
it out of the
what
bag
else to
holder?
do, Vax is going to go over to the
Expensive
door and just
fresh stuff,
inspect
just in
it.
case it does
Okay.
things
Sure,
inside
see if it's
other
fresh.
rooms.
Yeah.
Inspecting the door for traps. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be trapped being as. I mean, we don't know where we are, so it isn't a bad idea.
All right.
Never heard of
The
anything
door does appear to be locked. It is not trapped.
Not trapped. I'll get to work on it then.
32 on picking that lock.
Okay, 32. You relatively easy. The door comes unlocked. The small. It's actually a very, very intricately carved brass handle that has almost like swirls upon it, like it's almost like a burst of wind being blown and frozen in gold. You turn it, and the door opens slightly.
All right.
Oh my
Pull
God.
up, I'm still wearing my
have a
tin hat, and I pull up my hood from my elven
Elora?
cloak, and I go stealth. And I am stealth because that's a 32. And have a look around outside
Okay.
the door.
As you open the doorway, it
I
leads
think we're
into
just
a
in
secondary
some
chamber.
regular
This is an
type area in
80-foot
Amon.
diameter circular chamber now. So you're entering a edge of a giant circle. There are a series of other doors, almost in respective rows next to each other. And you also see, in the center of the room, a vibrant chandelier made of white crystal, like the spheres you saw in the previous room you were in, giving off a warm kind of atmospheric glow to the entire room. In the center of the room, there is a semicircle desk that is also made of a similar white stone material that the rest of them is made out of, with polished gold leaf trimming on the edge. And you do see what looks to be an elven man sitting at the desk, longish kind of gray-white hair. He's wearing robes that are finely dressed, and he's like kind of half falling asleep at a desk. with a series of books kind of held up on the side. And as soon as
We're gonna scare the
doorway
crap out of
opens,
this
he kind
man.
of looks up, and you hear a slight little arcane tinging sound, like a little bell being rung, as you open the door. He looks up for a second.
Say hello.
Yes. I just walk forward and
Hello,
pull
sir.
down the cloak and say hello.
We have eight people and a stone
Say,
woman.
do not move.
hands up in the air.
Not move.
Nothing in the
8 people with a stone
No
woman.
threat, no danger here.
We all just came out of
A little
nowhere.
Lost, apparently.
Apparently. Who else goes there? Who else?
There's
Please,
a
step
lot
outside.
of us.
Prepare yourselves.
Hi.
Oh my god, that's right. Oh my god, I love
As
it.
soon as he sees you, he goes.
I cast Dispel Magic on Scanlan.
Do you have it anymore?
Yeah, I
You just
do.
did it to me earlier in this round.
No, counterspell, and I silenced you. This is Dispel Magic, which is your spell.
Hello.
So,
And I do have a slot.
okay, so as you cast spell magic, he turns forward.
I love how
stops in
everybody
the
is
middle,
questioning
casting
Orion,
spell,
though. That is my favorite part.
Oh,
Like, and they say it almost mean, like, Sam's like, do you even have it? Matt all the time is like, do you have spells
I have a
left?
very
But the
long,
fact that everyone
very
is
strange
constantly
story,
questioning it
every
means
word of
you
which
don't
is
trust the
true,
person,
and if
'cause
you
no
will
one
give me
comments,
5
like, when
minutes,
Taliesin
I
was
swear
like,
I can convince
I got an
you.
inspiration dice. Everyone's like, yeah, of course you do. You're Taliesin.
We have no.
But when it's Orion,
expected
everyone's like,
arrivals
do
at this
you
hour.
have this, sir?
I need to know your business, your names, and your affiliations immediately.
We will totally do that when we
Names and
affiliated with the
affiliations
king.
immediately.
Emperor, just tell the Emperor that Vox Machina has
arrived.
returned from Craghammer, and we have news for him.
We also have a stone lady Kima.
We run very secret business for the crown, actually.
Yes.
And that is why you weren't informed of our business.
Yeah, I'm Tiberius Stormwind. How are you?
Make a persuasion check.
Thanks, Orion.
I'm responsible for casting Dispel to get us here to begin with.
Yes.
That would be a 20. No. 35.
45.
Okay.
I would say that is pretty
He
good.
looks to you, and as you guys are sitting there, he kind
That's
of
not possible. 25.
25.
I was gonna say 35 sounds wild.
From the,
I mean,
the
25 is
desk, kind of
probably
gives you all
good
look
enough.
over and says, well,
I can't imagine it wouldn't be.
I'm gatekeeper Xanthus. I am the evening keeper of the Traverse Junction here, and
Xanthus.
the Traverse Junction.
Old man Xanthus. Traverse Junction.
Here within the Lyceum.
Conjunction Junction. What's your
The hour is
function?
late. Not past 2 hours past midnight.
Yes.
Well, I am
We
Percival
couldn't very
Frederick
well
Strand
come
von
during the
Kowalski,
day.
the role of the third, and hello, and we would love to report to the Emperor of your great hospitality at this unfortunately early hour, and we would look forward to reporting of all of your kindness and good housekeeping.
I imagine he would be very upset if we were delayed. We come with very grave news.
I would hope not to imagine.
Well, I'm certain the headmaster would like to know your business in the morning.
Yes.
Headmaster Thurmond Adlam. He runs this Alabaster Lyceum within the Erudite Quarter. If you would please submit a report for your reasons for using the Lyceum Junction property. Tomorrow, I'm sure that would suffice for the
Of course
required
we will.
paperwork
Of course
set out.
we will.
Too kind.
Just for you,
In the meantime, we'll just
Xanthus.
go to our keep that we have in town.
Preside
Yes.
over
Very.
at Grayskull Keep.
He gives you
You may have heard of it.
a disbelieving look and kind of goes, very well.
Yes.
Good to have you. Good
I
evening.
I cast friends on him, and I tell him, you know of our keep, don't you?
Okay.
Cast friends.
He goes, I seem to recall hearing about a Vox Machina at some point discussed, but I don't get out very often. Running the graveyard shift here at the Lyceum has taken its toll on my social life.
Poor thing. You should get out more.
Well, here, let me show you out. And he walks you through the rest of the hallway. It's this beautiful kind of domed center chamber into a long series of white stone hallways, similar material to the first room you arrived in looked like. Eventually to a main foyer area, which has a very, very high ceiling and a series of beautifully carved pillars that show different creatures, almost like divas and demons battling each other as they spiral up these pillars. To the front doorways, there are two guards that are adorned in kind of silver and gold armor with these very high, elven in design shaped helmets, and they kind of step to the side as the doors open on their
Love
own.
the hat.
All right, everybody, that is it for the Vox O'Clock portion of episode 13. Went a little over what I originally wanted, but right now we have 40 4 minutes, 44 minutes. I wanted to stop around 45, so we went like a minute or two over. 44 minutes to the outro, which we've been skipping of recent, and then we're going to add this to another 45 minutes of episode 14, which will then leave us, I think, with enough time to do a Patreon hour and a Vox O'Clock and end episode 14. Therefore, doing 2 full episodes of Critical Role in 1 week. That'll catch us up from skipping Easter weekend and delaying the Little Shop of Horrors Friday that I skipped. So that all being said, we should have plenty of time. The other thing I wanted to talk about, I said it during the Patreon hour, but we are rapidly catching up to where Enhanced for Critters has ended. I feel like at a point they were coming out with an episode every week or two. I looked when I popped this episode up, and they haven't dropped an episode in almost a month. Maybe I was wrong, and maybe they were dropping them monthly, but I could have sworn they were doing it way faster than that, because I was like, oh, at the rate we're going, we'd have to like really be moving faster. They'd have to stop. I mean, I don't know what the reasoning is. All I know is there is only 2 episodes left. They have episode 15, which dropped like 3 or 4 weeks ago. We're going to be done with episode 14 this coming Friday, and then we'll only have 1 episode left. So I don't know if they've postponed it or episode 16. All I know is we are rapidly catching them, and it's going to get to the point where we're either going to have to wait and delay or watch the actual episodes. Now, I know you guys said around the 20s is when they actually start becoming better. The episodes get better. The quality of Critical Role's episodes themselves get better. I don't know. You guys let me know, because there's going to be a point very soon in which we are caught up and we have to make a choice. Do we take a break and do something else and wait for Enhanced for Critters, or do we just continue with Critical Role's actual episodes as they drop? Because, like I said, it's just inevitable that we're gonna catch up at the rate it's going, unless Enhanced for Critters drops like an episode a week from here on, and I'm assuming that's not gonna happen. That being said, I love where we're at. I hate that we didn't get to kill the Elder Brain. I was like, oh, this isn't gonna work out. I'm honestly shocked we went more into it than we did. Did I say that right? Halfway through the Patreon hour, they were already starting to flee towards the roof. And I was like, oh, we're definitely giving up. We kept going in on it. We fired the fireball. We shot Bad News, 65 damage. And then it still was not down for the count. I feel like we were so close. If Vax got 2 out of the 3 blades, he did his dagger move, missed all 3. I feel like if he got 2 out of the 3 or more, there was a very strong chance we would have took out the Elder Brain. But I mean, we did what we had to do. We were being taken over, overrun by Illithid, and we had to do what we had to do to survive, to fight another day. And we fly to the beach, teleport back to Amon, and now we gotta give the news to the people. We have Lady Kima. I mean, we got to turn her back from stone. I think Ashley was about to, but we never did it, I feel like, because Orion was like, wait. So Kima is still stone, but we got to turn her back, fix that. Greater Restoration will cure that, and then we go and we talk and we give our information. We tell them about the Elder Brain. I guess we go back in numbers or we do something else. All I know is we were so close and we missed it. But you guys want to see more of what I do, in the description, link for Patreon, where you'll see every episode of Campaign 1 and 2's Patreon Hour in full unedited. You want your own requested show or movie, that's where you go to ask me to watch whatever you want. At a certain tier level, I will do so. That is how we have thousands of exclusives like Peaky Blinders, Doctor Who, Person of Interest, Eureka, and Cobra Kai's final seasons just ended. Yellow Jackets and Severance new seasons ended. We are doing Once Upon a Time Season 4, Pushing Daisies, Good Omens, Leverage, Warehouse 13, Sherlock, Last of Us Season 2 every Sunday just started last week. Jump in, full unedited everything, movies and shows. If not, comments down below, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.